Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Powerful on Purpose podcast. And this is another special edition for the Wake Up Revolution book because we have another amazing woman who is an author in the book. So super excited to have Verena Kansog. And Verena is a best-selling author. She is a paramedic and a certified holistic life coach dedicated to helping individuals rebuild their confidence from the inside out. And I'm loving that. With years of frontline experience, she has witnessed both crisis and resilience firsthand. And I'm guessing she could probably write a whole book just about what has happened in paramedic life for sure. And that has really shaped her belief that true transformation happens beyond the emergency, in the everyday thoughts, emotions, and choices that we make. So her work, as you can tell, is deeply personal, and she understands what it takes to reclaim your voice and step into your power. And she now uses her experience of being bullied and self-doubt, as well as being in life and death situations on a continual basis, to guide others through meaningful and lasting change. So welcome. Thank you so much. So delighted to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. Wow, you made me sound really great.
You are. She's like, say that again.
Wow, that's me? That's awesome. Yeah, it is me. It is me.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We promise it is her. Yeah. Well, I think your story is so interesting, right? Because paramedic has got to be, we see the experience of TV shows, right? And I'm sure there's
Absolutely.
some level of truth, but there's also probably a lot more that we don't see or understand about that. And then this combination of really using that to build a business to help people in their lives, right? Be healthier in their lives. And hopefully, God forbid they ever get there, but maybe have some tools if they do that can help them in those situations. Talk to us a little bit about what you do and what that looked like for you to go, wait a minute, I'd like to shift what I'm doing here.
That's great. Yeah. So I can absolutely write more than one book. I've been doing this about 35 years. And it kind of becomes, after a while, supposed to be something that you do, not what you are or who you are. But unfortunately, because of what we do for a living and how it becomes exactly what we are. And you're kind of in that 24/7. So like I said, I've been doing this for 35 years. And after a while, I kind of lost who I was as a person, and combining that with my life experiences of being bullied. I was a hot mess. I actually kind of fell into becoming a paramedic, but I absolutely adore what I do. I love the paramedicine aspect of it and actually helping people. And sometimes the job isn't all about pushing medicines and starting IVs and go, go, go. Sometimes it really is talking that person down from an anxiety attack, or just comforting the person who just lost a loved one, or the person who is depressed and needs some mental health. Sometimes that's the role you have to play as well. So we wear a lot of hats, but it's just something I found I was very good at and I love. And then I became a coach, and it's great that I'm able to combine all of that into one umbrella and be able to help people the way that I do.
Yeah, yeah. Because I see all the dots, right? How do you, in your own mind, bridge those two things? Because there are some synchronicities there in coaching people and helping people through traumatic life experiences, right? Whatever the trauma is.
Absolutely. They do overlap, and a lot of what I do and the type of people that type of people who I help as a coach, certainly it's not just one type of person. Yes, I specifically work with people to help regain their confidence and become the best versions of themselves. But I just think that they overlap, and being a first responder and being bullied, or even being an executive, I think it just really overlaps where I can help you. It's just like when we become adults, right? We're taking care of our families, we're taking care of children, we're moms, or now we become caregivers to our parents, and we just lose who we are. Or you're in a toxic relationship, and after a while you just forget who you were because you're so busy trying to please that person and become a people pleaser, and you would rather be miserable. In my instance, I would rather be miserable than not make that person happy.
Right. So, was there a moment when you realized I want to switch this up a little bit, or I want to go down a different road? I don't want to keep doing it the same way that I've done it.
Coaching or paramedicine or life in general?
Right? And I'm guessing maybe some of those went together and some of one thing led to another thing.
Absolutely. They certainly did. Like I said, I was bullied. I was actually bullied all my life by my sister, which is it's tragic in and of itself. She passed away about 3 years ago, and up until the day she died, I was bullied. And then being the youngest and trying to tell people and trying to tell my parents turned into, you're just being the baby sister. She's just being a sister. This is just your siblings. No, no. After she passed away, and I was able to go through her text messages and her computer and her iPad, because I had to tell people what had happened and I didn't know who her friends were. It wasn't necessarily me being nosy. I read what she said about me and what she said to other people about me. And it took therapy to get through. It took therapy. I could not believe that my sister felt that way about me. And I truly felt as though she hated me. She actually tried to kill me twice in my life. Yeah. And I was 5 years old.
Oh my gosh.
I was 5 years old. Yeah, crazy. And when she was an adult, the one time she actually admitted to doing it, going through life through that, like that, and then doing what I do for a living. Again, you would think that I would have confidence as a medic. Well, when it's life or death situation, I sure do. There are times, many times on a call where I questioned myself and I had to ask, hey, are we doing this right? Is this the right thing? So it still comes up because that being treated that way comes up in every aspect of your life. Who you are as a person, every relationship you've ever had, even in work. So there was a realization that the external world can tell me that I'm strong, but it was that internal voice that didn't match. And I felt truly stuck. I had spent years trying to prove myself through my career or how I showed up in the world, but I hadn't exactly healed the part of me that learned early on that I wasn't enough, because that's how I was treated. I wasn't enough. And dating the guys that I dated, I was made to feel less than. I was told what to wear. I was told what to say. I wasn't allowed to go out with certain people and never really given a reason why, and just accepting that they don't want me to go out with them, so I can't. And it wasn't until I started to do my training to become a coach that I really began doing and began to work on myself, because every program I give my clients, I've gone through. And when you become certified as a coach, you go through the programs. They make you do the work. I call it shadow work. And that's when things started to shift for me. When I actually started doing that work, it was quite transformational. And for the first time, I wasn't just performing strength. I was building it from the inside out.
Right. Love that, because that's really where it all starts, right? It's on the inside, and that's where we got to go to make any kind of change.
Absolutely.
So how do you think your lived experience has shaped the way you lead today?
It made my work real, for sure, because I just don't teach confidence. I understand what it feels like to lose it slowly over time. You don't even realize that it's happening, not from any one event, but from repeated experiences that made me question myself. So when I work with people, women in particular, I see beyond the surface. I help them untangle the patterns, rebuild trust within themselves, and step into a version that feels solid and not performative. Because confidence isn't just about acting strong, it's actually about feeling steady on the inside.
Yep, absolutely. And I'd say there's something too about probably your ability to calm down situations, right? Because I'm guessing, like, I feel that with you, super calm, super grounded, and bringing that into whether it's coaching or paramedic or life in general, because we need like a lot more of that in the world, right?
Absolutely. And people, what people don't seem to realize is, and you can put this into life experiences as well. You may not agree, but whatever that person is going through in that moment is real to them. And that's the difference. And that's what I tried to teach my students. That's what I use in my coaching. It's real to them. So the person having the anxiety attack, they're just having an anxiety attack. No, it is debilitating. And then I come along and I can talk them down. Count to 30. When you get there, start over. Because what's happening is the brain is going, oh my God, 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 oh my God. And it doesn't know how to stop. And because it's doing that, you're getting more and more anxious, and it's just making things worse. So now you need to stop, almost like do CPR and shock the brain just shock it to make it stop for a second or jump a battery, whatever you want to call it. And it's the same thing with coaching. I think everyone needs a life coach. And yeah, that's what we help you do. We help you stop, kind of jumpstart you back into better patterns.
There you go. Yep, that's perfect. So what's a truth about women in power that you believe more of us need to hear?
I want women to know that just because you were made to feel small doesn't mean that you are. Even if it comes from family, friends, coworker, your boss, it doesn't matter who it's from. If it happened for years, even if it shaped how you see yourself today, you can unlearn it. You can rebuild your confidence. You can trust yourself again. You can be unstoppable, and you can become someone who no longer questions your worth, but live from it.
And do you have a trick or a tool that you really utilize around confidence and feeling confident, maybe even in particular situations, right? The other day we were talking about Beyonce, who always had an alter ego for years and years, right?
Oh my goodness. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
When I need a little boost for myself, I actually listen to a song. I listen to Unstoppable. Actually, it's just my mantra. And sometimes there's just something about the lyrics, like close your eyes and listen to the lyrics of that song. And it just truly, truly puts me back on that path and say, I can do this. I can do this.
Right.
You are strong. You are more than what you think.
Yeah, perfect testimonial for you talking about really those little everyday things, right? Incorporating those into our lives. Perfect. So what are you building now that stretches you beyond your current comfort zone?
I feel like every day I exit my comfort zone. I truly feel every day I'm leaving my comfort zone. And just because you have to just do it. I was always one, I never really liked change. I'm very comfortable right where I'm at. And that adds to our lack of confidence and maybe to our lack of self-worth. Well, this is the way I've always been.
Right.
And even if it's a baby step, you need to just, you just need to do it. So for me, with what I'm doing these days is I'm making goals, small goals. For example, doing podcasts now. This is completely out of my comfort zone, but I'm doing it.
That's right.
I'm doing it. Or I'm creating a seminar. And so now it's coming out of my comfort zone of, okay, we're going to do this. I'm actually going to schedule it and we're going to run it.
Good for you.
Because, it's the self-sabotage, right? It's not good enough. No one is going to like it. No one's going to buy it. Well, there are a lot of people out there who need what I have to offer. And what sets me apart from everyone else is I've been where you're at. I've been there. I've lived it. I've suffered. And right now I'm the happiest I've been.
Right. Yeah. And if you could give someone else a shortcut, like who of us doesn't want a shortcut?
100%. And I am the biggest cheerleader for every one of my clients. And because you need that support, and perhaps you don't have it. Everything obviously is confidential. I have a Facebook group that is private, so it's a safe space for people to come in and to vent and to scream or to ask questions. I go in there and I give little tips. I tell my story of what happened to me and why I do what I do. And it's really what it comes down to is you knowing that you're seen and you're heard. And I see you and I hear you and I've been there and I can get you through it. I promise.
Yep, definitely. All right. If you could sit across from the woman you were before this shift happened, right? What would you tell her?
You got this. You can do it. You're stronger than you think. And I can close my eyes and I can just see her shrinking, being frown on her face and not being whole. And sitting here and looking at her, you got this. Just take one step, because that's all it takes is one step at a time. I will hold your hand and I will walk right alongside you, not in front of you, not behind you. I will not lead you. I will not push you. I will do the journey with you.
Yeah, that's a beautiful metaphor for people to think about, right? Is having a person walk alongside them, because all of us have those ups and downs of life, for sure.
Absolutely. I still do. I still have my moments where I want to scream and I'll go outside, I'll walk the dog and I look up to the sky and just scream and cry. And listen, there is nothing more therapeutic than an ugly cry in the shower.
There you go.
Hand to God, I'm telling you, There is nothing better, and I know every woman can relate to that. Ugly
Yep.
crying in the shower. You're already wet. You've got the tears coming down. It's totally fine. But there's a but. When you walk out of that shower, you are going to dry your face off. You're going to put your makeup on. You're going to do your hair. You're going to hold your head high, and you're going to walk out that door.
Yep. Go conquer the world.
That's it. I promise you can do it.
Yeah, great advice for yourself and everyone else who is listening. So you told us a little bit about what you're building now, but how can people connect with you or step into the things that you're doing?
Oh my goodness. So many places. I'm kind of everywhere. I'm on Facebook, my business page. I have a page and I have a group. The page is public. It's my company. It's called Key Empowerment Coaching. So you can just go into search and you'll see a picture of me, and that's me. My Facebook group is a private group. It's called The Unstoppable You. You can join. All you have to do is agree to the group rules and you'll be let in. It's just as simple as that. But it's private so that people know it's a safe space. It's the only reason I made it private, because I want people to build that trust and have the trust in me. Instagram is the same. It's Key Empowerment Coaching. LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn too. It's my real name. It's Verena Kansog, Kansog. I started TikTok. I'm very excited. I started on TikTok.
In TikTok. Oh,
Yes.
good for you.
So it is coach_Arena. And my website, of course, is keyempowermentcoaching.com. And there you can read a little bit about my story and how I came to be and all the different services that I offer. I do one-on-one coaching. I do group coaching, sound healing, meditations, you name it. Anything that has to do with coaching and helping you be the best person that you can be. But yeah, I share real conversations about confidence and healing and becoming self-trusting in the private group as well as on TikTok. So if you're ready to do this work on a deeper level, I offer programs and sessions designed to help you rebuild from the inside out and become steady, clear, and fully in control of your life.
And we gotta love that. Yeah. Thank you so much. You've been such a delightful guest.
Thank you, Leslie. I am so thrilled to be here, and I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Well, it was
Appreciate it.
definitely my pleasure. I love what you're doing and how you're the paramedic of mental health, or the paramedic of our nervous system.
You know, that's really good.
Yeah.
I may have to borrow that from you.
You can take it. I'm probably not going to use it, but
I'm going to have to take that from you. I really like that. The paramedic of mental health.
I like it a lot, right? Because we all
Absolutely.
kind of have an idea what that means. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Well, be sure and subscribe because you don't want to miss more powerful conversations with women who are on purpose and on fire. And also check out our book, Wake Up Revolution, where you get to see and read a little more about Verena and all the other authors.